Okay, good morning or good afternoon. First thing I want you to do is check your page 94 and 95 homework. I'm going to go through these real quick with you, and hopefully this is all going to work out fine. This is a first for me. So on this first side where you had the variables, remember that we talked about pairs, and we have at least one pair because 2 will go into there. It's 2 or more, the exponent inside is. So we have actually one pair, so we write y to the first outside with a y left over on the inside. So that's that one. This one we have 2 goes into 8, 4, so we have 4 pairs, so 8 to the 4th, and we have none left over. So that is our answer for that one. And then we did the last one there together. So let me slide this up on guided practice. Simplify the radical expressions. 2 goes into 5 2 times, so we have 2 pairs, so we have x to the second. And then on the inside, we have 1x left over. On this one, we have one pair of x's, so that's x to the first. And I'm going to slide over here and leave me some room. But I have one x left over. And then I have 4 pairs of y's, so I just come right after that x and do y to the 4th power. On this one, we have one pair of a's, so it's a to the first. We have 2 goes in there, 5, so we have 5 pairs of b's. And I'm going to move over here because we have a b left over that has to stay inside. And then we have 2 pairs of c, so that's c squared. All right, down here, we only have one x, so it has to stay inside. And then we have 3 pair of y's, so y to the 3rd is our answer there. On this one, 2 goes in there 6, so we have 6 pairs of a, so we have a to the 6th. 10 pair of b's, so b to the 10th, and then we have 2 goes in there 11, so we have c to the 11th, and we have an extra one left over that has to stay inside. And then, of course, just to review, when we work with a regular number, 80, we use our prime numbers. The lowest one is 2. It goes in there 40 times. 2 will go into 40. 20 times. 2 will go into 20. 10 times. 2 will go into 10. 5 times, and 5 is prime. Circle your pairs. So I have a 2 right here, and then I have another 2, and then I have a 5 that has to stay inside. And since I have these 2's out here, we have to multiply them together, so we have 4 on the square root of 5. Okay, on the back side, at the top here, you're going to do numbers and variables. So 4 divided by 2 is 2. Okay, so I have, and y'all should know that the square root of 4 is 2, but if not, that's okay. We break it down. So we have a 2 on the outside, and then 2 goes into 4 twice, so we have 2 pairs of x's, and there's nothing left for the inside. On this one, break down the 20. 2 goes in there 10, 2 goes in there 5, and 5 is prime. So I have a 2 that goes on the outside. I'm going to slide over for my variables, leave my space, but I have a 5 that has to go on the inside. We took care of the numbers. 2 goes into 5 2 times, so we have x to the 2nd with 1 left over inside. 2 goes into 2 1 time, so we have a y on the outside and nothing left to put on the inside. Okay, and then on number 4, I'm going to break down the 8. 2 goes in there 4, 2 goes in there 2, so I have a pair of 2's. Bring that to the outside, slide over, leave that 2 on the inside. 2 goes into 3 1 time, so I have x to the 1st. And then I have an x left over inside, so that whole thing is your answer there. I guess I should circle these answers. Okay, now notice here we already have a 5 on the outside, so we have to put it out there with a multiplication sign. Break down the 18, 2 goes in there 9. 2 won't go in there, but your next prime number is 3. It goes in there 3, and 3 is prime. So we have a pair of 3's. That 3 has to come outside, but then we have this 2 that has to stay inside. 2 goes into 2 1 time, so we have y to the 1st, or we don't have to write the 1 up there, but when we simplify this, 5 times 3 is 15, y on the square root of 2. With this one, we break down the 81. 2 doesn't go in there, but 3 does. 3 goes in there 27 times. 3 will go in there 9, and 3 will go in there 3. circle your pairs. So I have a 3 from this pair times a 3 from this pair. That took care of the numbers. There were no numbers to go inside, but I do have a pair of A's, just A to the first, and then a pair of B's with one B left over that has to go inside. Do your multiplication here. We have 9AB on the square root of B, and there's your answer there. Okay, on these guided practice, I have 5 pairs of x's, so it's because 2 goes in there 5 times, we have x to the 5th on the square root of x. On this one, 2 goes in there twice, so we have x to the 2nd with no x's left over. 2 goes into 7 3 times, so have y to the 3rd with one of them left over for the inside. No more simplifying to do on there. On this one, 2 goes into 10 5 times, so we have m to the 5th. 2 goes into 9 4 times, so we have n to the 4th. But we have an n left over that has to go to the inside. On this one, we already have a 3, so we have to bring it out with a multiplication. Break down the 24. 24 divided by 2 is 12. 2 goes into 12 6, and 2 goes into 6 3, and 3 is prime, so we stop there. We have a pair of 2, so I bring a 2 out, and then these have to go inside. I'm going to slide over and leave some room, so I have 2 times 3. And then I have 2 goes into 6 3, so we have m to the 3rd and nothing left over. And then 2 goes into 3 one time with 1 left over. And let's simplify all this. 3 times 2 is 6, m to the 3rd n. Then on the inside we have 6n. Okay, so then I bring out this 2. Break this down. 4. 2 goes in there 2 times. There's your pair of 2s, so we bring that out. Because this has nothing to do with the 2 that was already there, you have to bring it out. Then do the variables. 2 goes into 5 2 times, so a to the 2nd. Slide over. Might not have to slide over, but we have 1 left over. And then we don't have a pair of b's, so we have to keep that one inside. Simplify. 2 times 2 is 4. A squared on the square root of AB. With number 6, break down. We don't have anything on the outside to worry about, so break this down. 2 goes in there 9. 3 goes into 9 3 times, so we have a pair of 3's. So that's a 3 on the outside. Slide over. We have a 2 on the inside. We do not have a pair of x's, but that lonesome little x there has to go inside. 2 goes into 4 times, so we have y to the 4th. And then 2 goes into 3 one time, so we have z, but we have 1 left over to go on the inside. I'm going to rewrite that because that's squished up. So 3y to the 4th, z, on the square root of 2xz. That is your answer there. And then, again, they threw in just a number, 150. So we do 150. 2 goes in there 75 times. 2 won't go in there, but 3 will. 25 times. I'm glad they did this one because then 3 won't go in there, but your next prime, which is 5, will go in there 5 times. So we have a pair of 5s that comes out. And then on the inside, we have to do 2 times 3. So we have 5 on the square root of 6. That takes care of that.